Oh, Lord. Hello, everybody in the chat. How are y'all doing? Oh, Lord. We already got some trolls in the chat. I already got them. Oh, Lord, have mercy. I got to get these trolls out of here. Ooh, y'all done found the wrong chat. Y'all done found the wrong chat, honey. Hello, no name. Do you see this mess? No name. It's sad. It's real sad. Yeah, I can't tell the difference between the laptop and my phone. It looks more blurry on the laptop for some reason. So anyway, hello everybody. Welcome to the live stream. Tonight's video is about, the topic is if my son was gay. This is a follow-up video from our previous live stream, whereas we started this discussion, and we're going to continue the discussion here because my phone, the battery had went down. So we're going to continue the discussion here. So as I was saying, if my son or my daughter was gay, I would straighten them out. I would help straighten them out. Some people say, well, that's not possible. I do believe it is possible. I am a believer in God, and God opposes homosexuality. I feel that it would be my obligation to oppose what God, the God that I serve, opposes, and to lead my child in the right way. That is a spirit. I believe that homosexuality is a spirit. It is spirit, and just like that is a spirit that is influencing them to do or be in opposition of God. I believe that God has given me the spirit to influence them likewise, and to lead them in the right way. This is my duty. It's my obligation as a parent to help guide and direct my child in the right way. And I believe that is the right way, which is, and it would not be any forcefulness, but I would guide my child out of that. I would help straighten them out. That is my obligation. That is my duty as a parent. I believe that. And, that's just the way that it would be. I would not tolerate anything else. And I certainly would not support my child being gay. I would not support that. And they certainly could not bring their gay lover to my house. We would not eat dinner together. They couldn't sleep over and all that kind of stuff. Absolutely not. And, that's just my take on it. I feel like as a parent, I should help guide my child in the right way. No matter if my child is grown, even if they got to be 28 years old or 32 years old, they're still my child. And I still have an obligation as a parent to help guide my child and direct my child. And that's what I would do. I would help to straighten them out. Okay, Cora in the chat says God would not allow it. I would not allow it. Okay. Cora also says the enemy will stop at nothing to use his influence on our children. You just need to trust that the Lord will strike that spirit of homosexuality down. I believe that. I believe that if you really want to be free of that spirit, I believe that is a spirit. I believe God can um, remove or strike that spirit down. I believe that. And as a matter of fact, we've seen and heard from a lot of former homosexuals. A lot of people feel like, well, once you've been a homosexual, you always a homosexual. I don't believe that. I believe there is redemption for the homosexual. And Donnie McClurkin, allegedly used to be a former homosexual, and I applaud his testimony. And this social media personality, Andrew Caldwell, who says he's been delivered. He was at the Kojic convention. He became famous for the tag, "I am delivered." you know. And I believe Andrew has been delivered, even though a lot of people have mocked him and they feel like he's made a mockery of this situation. You know, I believe he has been delivered. And, he still has some residue left behind, but I believe God is going to clean that part of him up too in his due time. But he is making progress and he has taken the first step. But it's a lot of those spirits that continuously try to pull and influence Andrew to come back because they are angry with Andrew. They don't want him to be delivered. They're mad at him for denouncing the homosexual lifestyle. And, they feel like that he has betrayed them, I guess. And it's very offensive to them that he no longer wants to be affiliated with that. And they have sent him a lot of death threats. They are constantly trolling him on his social media and harassing him and trying to fight him. And he's standing firm in his deliverance, and I applaud Andrew for that. And I feel like Andrew may be helping a lot of other homosexuals break free also. So that's a wonderful thing. And there's several other um, people who have been delivered from those spirits, and they have given their testimony. But a lot of them don't want to give their testimony out of fear of retaliation, and they feel like they will be harassed and you know stalked and such, and they don't want that. They don't want it, so they keep their testimony to themselves. But I am so glad for those that are very vocal, like Andrew, who won't bow down and won't have any fear or trembling because of those demons that try to threaten him and make him shut up. He won't shut up. And he just keeps on getting more vocal, more louder. And I like that about Andrew. I really do. And I'm hoping that he will be steadfast in his deliverance and just continue to move as God has um, created him to do. I'm really happy for him. And like I said, it's so many more. It's so many more. And even females. And we're hearing so many, even the transgender, so many of them are denouncing that. They're wanting to reclaim their original gender. So many are being set free, and I applaud them. I am so happy for them. And that's one thing about Satan. He will give us the thought, but it's up to us to feed those spirits and allow them to manifest, you know. And the more that we are saturated with the word of God and stay pressed in his presence, the more that we become redeemed and set free of those things that are not like him. And it just starts peeling away from us. We don't want to have an appetite for those things anymore. The more that we stay in the presence of God, and that's what I mean by I would help strain my child out. I would keep them in the presence of God. And the more that you stay in the presence of God, you don't want to do or be anything likewise. I mean, other than of God. And you're not going to have the appetite or the desire to feed into those things and those spirits that are in opposition of God. You're not going to want to do it. And God, the Spirit of God, is going to cause you to be convicted. When you put on that dress, if you are a man and you put on that dress, you're not going to feel right. And you're going to take it off immediately. You're going to throw that lipstick down. You're going to throw those high heel shoes in the garbage or in the fire. You're going to throw that wig away, you know? And you're going to straighten up your walk. You ain't going to want to switch and cross your legs and all of that. No. You're going to want to be a man and you're going to be proud of it. You know, the more that you press into a God, the more that he's going to help you. But you have to um, be willing. And, you know, a lot of that community is not going to be happy. And I remember, you know, on my previous channel, there was a person who came into the chat and they had said that they wanted to be delivered. They didn't want to be gay anymore. And, you know, I talked to this person in the chat and they seemed to be very appreciative of me talking with them. And they were concerned about what their friends in the gay community would say. And, you know, I told them it doesn't matter what they would say, you know, because old things are passed away, you know, and if you are truly seeking deliverance, you are seeking a whole newness totally. So you're not going to even want to relate to those old friends. You know, you can still be cordial with them, but you don't have any identifying factors, nothing that you have in common with them anymore. You know, that's just like me. If I used to run the streets and be a whore, why would I still want to be hanging out with my friends? And we used to go to the club together and sneak around together and hook up with these guys that didn't mean us any good and, you know, leading us to bed and that was it. Why would I still want to hang around with those people? And all they want to do is drink, or maybe they want to smoke dope or just have sex, and maybe they have diseases or maybe they don't. You know, that's not beneficial to my life. So if I'm a new creature and I'm trying to walk upright according to the standards of God and the law of God, and I say I believe in God, I'm not going to want to do anything that is in opposition of God. Because that's sort of like spitting in God's face. And I honor God. And if you honor, love, and respect someone, you're not going to want to spit in their face. You're not going to want to hurt them. You're not going to want to disrespect them. You know, if you say you love God, you know, you're going to do things that are pleasing to him, not things that are shameful to him and that upsets him and makes him feel a certain kind of way that will bring upon his wrath, you know? So I feel that if this is my child, I have an obligation to help them to walk a certain way. If you say that you are a child of God, you ought to have a godly set of standards. And when you have standards, you're not going to do anything that's beneath those set standards. You know what I mean? That's just the way that I feel about it. And we're all a walk in progress. Some people, you know, advance more than others at a different rate of speed, but we're all a walk in progress. So, you got to start somewhere. But if you feel like this is something wrong with how you are walking and it's not according to God, just ask Him for help and He will help you. But you got to be sincere. And if you take one step, God is going to take another step. But you have to be willing. I can't say, well, you need to stop this, and I can't force you to stop it. No. But I believe that this is my child. The more I talk with them and tell them what is right and not force it, because God is not that kind of God. God is not going to force us to do anything. No, he's not going to force us. Never. He's given all of us a choice. And he wants us to come willingly, voluntarily. He's not going to force and say, "Look, you're going to obey me." No. No. He's going to give you a choice. And sometimes you choose right, sometimes you choose wrong. But he's not going to force, but he always promised to be with us by our side. He's not going to leave us. And just like in school, every time we had a test, the teacher is quiet. So it's the same way with God. We're constantly tested. We're constantly tossed into the fire of life. And God is right there. He's quiet a lot of times, and He's gonna see what choice are we gonna make? What is the right answer that we're gonna choose? Are you gonna go over there and lay with that other man if you're a man? Or are you gonna do the right thing according to God? Especially if you got that cross around your neck. I would be terrified to disobey God with a cross around my neck. Okay. So you can choose to be with that man if you're a man, but guess what? More than likely, a couple of steps down the road, you might contract HIV or full blown AIDS, or your bottom might drop out, or you might have some bumps around your butt, or your penis, or your mouth. And then you're going to be embarrassed. They may or may not have a cure for it at the doctor's office. And then you might have to start wearing diapers because you can't hold your bowels. And it's all coming from disobedience. He told you not to do it. Don't lay down with another man. He told you the rules and regulations, the policy and procedure of God is so simple. We are the ones that make it so hard and complicated. Okay? He told us not to fornicate. But look at all this sex, all over the place. Over sexualized everywhere you go. Everybody's talking about sex. Everybody's sexing somebody. And that's not in the will of God. So what happens? Somebody's going to get chlamydia. Somebody's going to get syphilis. Somebody's going to get herpes. Somebody's going to get somebody's going to get pregnant. Somebody's going to get caught. Somebody. And see, all of these side effects and repercussions, this is not of God. And then when we get caught up with the syphilis, the AIDS, the gonorrhea, the babies, and getting beat up and pistol whipped and blah, 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 and called by the other woman, the other man, blah, 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 then we want to pray to God. Then we want to turn to God. God, please help me. Please stop me from stinking. Please stop these herpes sores from blistering all over the place and embarrassing me. God, please don't let them catch me, the other man or the other woman. Please. Oh, help me, God, in this hospital bed. How did you get there? Because you got called by the other man's wife or the other man's husband or boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. That's how you got caught. And it's always another side to sin. And sin makes us stupid. It makes us so stupid. And he told us not to do it, but what happened? We wanted to do it anyway, right? Our flesh got so hot and bothered and ready. And then we get on that telephone and they telling us, come on by. Come on by. Oh, it's raining outside. Don't you want to get hooked up and get licked all up? And they talking to you all of this recklessness coming through the phone, and it's the devil making it sound so good and it's luring us into a trap. All this. Then you might be on Facebook and somebody all in the inbox showing you a penis or a pussy. And oh, whew, you're getting so ready and you're excited and you can't even go to work because you're looking at all of this. The devil got your eyeballs locked all up. And there you go, getting hot and horny between your legs. There go a trap. There go a trap. And see, all of that is not in the will of God. Okay. That's why we have to be so careful, to be so strong and keep our mind stayed on Him. You understand? Because all of these temptations are all around us, all over the place, night and day. Just like last night. You might be doing what you're supposed to do, staying in the will of God. There go that neighbor. You might have some thin walls, like last night. I heard my neighbors knocking boots. I thought it was gross. I don't want to hear that. But what about the person that's turned on by that? Whew, they just listening to all of that and they just getting all ready. They want to knock some boots too. So there they go getting on the telephone calling somebody. They side this or they side that. Then there they go. Then you might get pregnant or you might get killed. Anything can happen. But anyway, you know, it's been so many men that's gotten all tangled up being with another man. And then we got so many men being tangled up with young boys. Look at all those priests. Just messed all up with those young boys. And then you got so many of these kids nowadays, they confused. They got a boy and a girl and a boy. Do you see how the devil is just making a mess of these people, making a fool out of them? And I just read and saw a story about a young 12-year-old black girl. She had a baby. And I saw some pictures. She was kissing on a girl one minute, then the next minute she's with a boy. And I'm like, look at the devil just destroying this girl at an early age. And she was posing like this was so cute. And so many people was lying to her, telling her that was so cute on her social media. The fact that she had a baby bump. And then she's licking and tongues with another girl. And I'm like, okay, where's the mother? Where is the dad? See, that's our responsibility as parents to help guide and direct our children. Otherwise, they are headed for destruction, and the blood is on our hands as the parents. This young girl is 12 years old, and some people say that the daddy of the baby is 22 years old. I don't know if that's true or false, but nevertheless, What can a 12-year-old child do with a baby? And then she's locked up in tongues with a boy and a girl. Oh my God. It's too much mess going on in that equation, right? So, no doubt, before she's 15, probably she'll have plenty of STDs and probably several more babies. And she may or may not be locked up with a girl. I don't know. But anyway, her life is already a mess. But God can help straighten her out. I don't know. But she has to be willing. But look at all those spirits that she's gotten entangled with already at 12. Oh my God. But I'm seeing so many of our males as well as our females. They're just lost. And there is a young music entertainer. I think her name is Kalani. I'm not really familiar with a lot of her music. I think she was trying to commit suicide one time about a year or two ago when she was involved with this other guy. I think he's a ball player. And now, oh my God. Okay, she came out. She was saying that she was a lesbian. Now she's pregnant. She's all confused. Do you see those spirits? They just have her all over the place. And they will have you just really confused. They really will. They'll have your life in a mess. They really will. And I thank God. I've never been involved in a homosexual activity. I've never engaged another woman. But the devil has tried to put it on my mind, and thank God, God took it out of my mind as soon as the devil tried to introduce it to me. And I thank God I have never been involved in that. But there are a lot of people who have, a lot of people. And, I can imagine that that is a stronghold for a lot of people. And, when we start to deal with sin, the sin nature, we're dealing with a lot of strong demon forces. So it's going to take a whole lot to just saying, look, you need to stop this, or you may not need to do that. Because, these are spirits, these are wicked spirits that have entered the person. And, you know, that's something that's going to have to take the full force of God to deliver that person, and just like God does not force us to do anything, we can't force them, but we can talk to them with a godly spirit and a godly presence. And the more that we continuously keep them in the presence of God, I believe God can minister to them and help them to come out, you know, and be redeemed. I believe that totally. I really do. If they are willing, a lot of them don't want to come out. And if they have a willing spirit, I believe that God can do it for them. I believe it. I've seen it happen so many times. And if he did it before, he can do it again. You know, that's just how I feel about it. So let me read some of the comments, starting with Eric. Eric says there is a lot of gay people that have been killed because they had to make a law to protect gay people. Okay. No Name says at Flux, nobody has showed me any proof that gays are oppressed. Wait a minute, this thing is going so fast. Wait a minute. Um, Wait a minute. Okay. Oppressed other than, oh my God, people. Oh my God, people. I cannot see what this is saying. Wait a minute. Oh, this thing is going so fast. Oh, hold on, y'all. Oh, I can't finish that. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna come all the way down. Um, oh, this chat is really going fast. I can't keep up tonight. I'm trying to keep up. Um, okay, I don't know what you mean by this. Misty says, we stop discriminating people and using them as slaves. Why can't you do the same? When did I discriminate or use someone as a slave, Misty? When? 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 Now, a lot of people in the chat are saying that religion is real and all that. I'm not going to even believe in that. You believe in what you believe, but I believe. So, I'm not going to let you influence me and my beliefs, just like you don't want my beliefs to, influence you. I'm not going to be in, in involved with a non-believer. I believe, and I'm not going to let you influence me that otherwise. I'm not going to let you do it. I don't know anything about the gay guy who wrote the Bible here. I don't know anything about that. That's right, Spook TV. Spook TV says, come out of her, my people. That's right. That's right, Cora. Cora says, I will always take my chances with Jesus. The enemy will never succeed. That's right. I agree. Amazing gamer. Now, if you're gonna be too sensitive and you're gonna be offended, you need to leave the chat. All that reporting for hate speech, no sir, no ma'am, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So if you're offended, you need to leave the chat. We're not gonna play them games. You want to be able to say what you want to say. We may consider what you say hate speech. So that can go both ways. When you can't have your way, this is what I don't like about a lot of y'all. When you can't have your way, then you want to cry hate speech and go cry to YouTube. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So if somebody is saying something that you don't like, just leave the chat. Just leave the chat. Don't sit up here and act like a big baby. You want to say what you want to say, but you don't want other people to say nothing. No, we're not going to do that. If you're going to be sitting up here doing all of that, playing the report game, just leave the chat or I'll block you. You're not going to be sitting up reporting people and then you want to say what you want to say. No. No. It's not going to work like that. Amazing gamer. No. Okay, I agree with this. No Name says gays are insecure about themselves, and that's why they want to force people to like them. I agree. I agree. If you were so secure in the situation, why would you get so offended so easily when people speak their mind about it? Okay, that's just like if you say, well, Carmen Kaboom, you're a fat bitch, you're a fat pig. Okay, if I'm secure in myself, I'm not going to get upset and offended by that and go crying. Okay, I can say that's hate speech or whatever. But I could care less. You got the right to say or feel that I'm a fat pig or whatever. And I got the right to say whatever I want to say about you. You know, but it seems like they're not secure in that situation. And when somebody says whatever they feel about it, they get so offended and cry, cry, cry. Something's wrong. That's an indication that something is wrong. Anytime you keep on getting offended by the words, something is wrong. Something is wrong. So the problem is not with the other person. You might need to look at yourself if you're in that situation and reevaluate yourself in your situation. Okay? It's just as simple as that. And that takes a lot of growth. Eric, you continuously say gay people have been killed so much they had to make a law to protect them. Black people have been killed more than the gay people. Okay? Where's the law to protect us? And according to the Bible, and I believe in the Bible, there it is. And I'll let y'all fill in the blank. Okay? And that's just the way that it is. The wages of sin is what? There it is. Amazing game. You said there are numerous laws to protect blacks, but yet so many blacks are getting killed and the murderers are getting away with it. Okay? Why do you choose to ignore that? Okay? But anyway, um, that's just the way that I feel about it. And, I'm not going to change my mind about it. Everybody has their right to their opinion about it, but I just feel the way that I feel. And I'm not going to change my mind because God is, his word has always been the same. It has never changed. And I don't believe it is going to change. And I believe what he believes. And that's just the way that it's going to be. And if I have a child, he's going to believe the same and he's going to walk accordingly. And that's the way it's going to be. I'm not going to tolerate anything less if that's my child. And that's the bottom line. I'm going to help him get straightened out. I'm going to help him to get straightened out. Cora says, I will always keep speaking for Christ. The devil will not hold my tongue. Okay. Luna, you putting words in my mouth. Please don't lie. Don't lie on me, Luna. You heard what I said, and you saying something else that you heard. No, ma'am. No, sir. That's not what I said. But anyway, when the truth won't do, that's what the enemy does. It lies. And we know who the author of lies is. Okay. And I do not engage that. Satan. That's who the author of lies is. And Luna is telling lies on me. It's sad. It's really sad when they can't have anything else to stand on. They turn to lying on you. They turn to lying on you. That's so sad, Luna. That's so sad that you would have to lie on me in order to create your own narrative. You're pathetic, Luna. Luna, you're pathetic. You're pathetic. And I'm not going to tolerate you lying on me just like I would not tolerate my son or my daughter being gay. I'm not going to tolerate them lies, Luna. You got one more time to tell a lie on me, and I'm going to dismiss you. I'm not going to let you lie. That's disrespectful, Luna. It's disrespectful to sit up and lie on people. Don't do that, Luna. Don't Luna, please, don't lie. Don't lie. Don't lie. Please don't lie. I can't stand liars. I really can't. And you are exhibiting yourself as a filthy liar, Luna. Don't be a liar. But if you get those spirits on you, I can understand where those lies coming from. I can understand. But anyway, Eric says God's words did change what there have been plenty of Bibles. Hello, everybody that's joined the chat. Tanisha says, what did Tanisha say? Panama Queen, I see you, Panama. What you say, Panama Queen? Panama Queen says, I'm about to make some pancakes. Anyone? Oh my God. Panama Queen and Tanisha have joined the chat. Hello. Hold on, y'all. I'm going scrolling down. Okay. 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 Tanisha says, I thank God that my son is only 9 years old. Okay, Tanisha, if your son um at 12 or 19 or even 29 years old comes to you and say, Mom, I think I'm gay. I want to come out of the closet. How would you handle that, Tanisha, in your own words? How would you feel about that? How would you handle it? Or anybody else in the chat, how would y'all handle it if your son or daughter came to you and said that they were gay? How would you handle it? How would you feel about it? How would you adjust to that? Okay, Cora says, I would minister to them immediately. Yes, and cast the demon out. Okay. Okay, a mess says, I would say I was going to hell. What? I would say I was going to hell for not being straight, but I don't believe in hell and I support LGBT. Okay. Brick-a-brack says, you can't tell a 29-year-old what to do. Excuse me, Brick-a-brack. Excuse me. If that's my child, yes, I can. 29 years old, yes, I can. Yes, I can tell them what to do. Yes, that's still my child. They'll probably not fool with you anymore if you pester them. Well, that's just the way that it's going to be. Yes, at 29, 39, 49, 59, that's still my child, and I can tell them what to do. Yes, it's according to how you raise your child. Now, if you raise them in such a way where you let them raise themselves and tell you what to do, of course, you can't tell them what to do at 29 or even 9 for that matter. But if you raise them right, in my opinion, you can tell them what to do at any age, and they will listen, and they will obey, and they will adhere to what you say. I believe that. I believe that. Brick-a-brack. Brick-brack. I believe it. It doesn't matter where they are, Misty. I don't care if they're 29 and moved across the country or the world for that matter. If I raise them right, they will obey and listen to me. Yes, they will. It doesn't matter how old they are. You're still the parent. You're still responsible for guiding and directing your child. It doesn't matter how old they are. That's still your child. You're still responsible for their path in life. You're still responsible. Brick Brack says, what you believe in what really is two different things. What I believe in what really is. What you believe and what you do is two different things, Brick Brack. Okay? Reality versus what you do, those are two different things. Okay? But the reality is you are the parent and you're supposed to guide and direct your child. But some people don't do that. So a lot of missteps of your child falls on your shoulders because you didn't do what you were supposed to do as the parent. So those missteps of your child, that is your responsibility. Your bills is your responsibility. But as far as life, things in life, brick brack, your parents can tell you at any age what to do. Now, whether you listen and adhere to what they say, that's another thing. A lot of y'all trying to throw religion into this, and you're trying to use religion, you're trying to place a indictment against religion in order to do what you want to do. You're trying to dog out religion and then trying to toss in the fact that there's so many different religion. Okay, set religion to the side. What about common sense? What about common sense? Can we just use common sense? Okay? Can we use common sense? Even though common sense isn't common nowadays, can we use common sense? Can we do that? Eric says gay people have been here before the Bible. I don't know if that's true or false, Eric. And even if they were, that still does not justify it and make it any more right. I've never seen a gay animal. Eric says homosexuality is in nature. Animals are gay. I've never seen two male dogs hunching or penetrating each other. I've never seen two female cats licking on each other except to bathe. I've never seen two male birds getting it on. Please, Eric. I've never seen any gay animals. Never. And if you've seen it, that's you. I've never seen it, so I can only speak on what I've seen. I've never seen any gay animals. Never. And God gave us dominion over the animals. And when animals act and give more respect and reverence to God than human beings, something is wrong on the earth. I've never seen it. Amazing, amazing gamer. Amazing game said they done seen two male dogs having sex. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. Well, if I'm closed minded, so be it. I want my mind to stay closed. If that be the case, salt. If you say my mind is closed, I'd rather for it to be closed than be reprobate. Okay. I want it to stay closed if that be the case. If you have judged my mind as closed, so be it. Thank you, God, for a closed mind. Okay. Ooh, and you got an open mind, salt, and look at your circumstances. Look at your condition. Look at your community. Look at the mess that is being made with this open mind. Oh, I'd rather have a closed mind if that's what it means. If that's what it boils down to. Mm. A mess. A mess. And you can't make me feel bad and recruit me and convert me with words, honey. Because I'm strong in the will and ways of God. And I'm not gonna let demons come by, random demons come by with some words and try to trick me and mess me up. You can't mess me up with no words. No sir and no ma'am. I'm not gonna let you mess me up. You can't do it. You can't do it. It can't be done. You can't shake me with words. You got a closed mind. You this, you that. Please, please, please. See, that's why you gotta have a made up mind, because you got these demons that's coming out with these words, sprinkling these words on you, and trying to just get you all messed up and tangled up. Ugh. And when you get your mind straightened out with God, these little demons can't come by with these words. These little random demons, blah, 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 blah. They can't. They can't. And there's a whole lot of that going on. And I'm not even gonna be moved by it. I'm not. I'm not. Now you can probably, sprinkle that on somebody that's not strong in their mind and their will and don't have a firm and solid foundation in God. You know, you can do that to the heathens, but you can't do that with me. You can't. It's not going to work with me. No, I'm not going to let it penetrate me. I'm not even going to pay it much attention. I'm not. Mm-mm. No, especially when I look around and I consider how, that lifestyle that you uphold and defend, how it's really holding up on the earth. And when I consider how, the mindset of the people is not really stable, and how so sensitive a lot of the people in this path are. And you use a lot of trickery to try to sustain yourself and to try to recruit other people. That's not the ways of God. God doesn't need to be a magician and use tricks and little words and cast doubt and all this kind of stuff. He doesn't operate like that. And when I see the fallen state of a lot of people in this realm, that's something that I don't want to believe in. I can't believe in it because you're falling away. You're falling to the wayside. And then, you want to be a champion for this lifestyle, for this path, but you don't. I think you're doing a disservice to the people when you don't show them and tell them the repercussions of this path. You don't show them the other side, the side effects to this path. And then when the end comes, and the end is going to come, and they die or they are afflicted with all kinds of sores and sickness and diseases, you manipulate the facts. And when they die, I notice a lot of people in this community, they don't like to use the word AIDS. Instead, they substitute the word AIDS for cancer. And you're doing an injustice. The end of that, and it's gonna be a quick end. I've never seen a elderly person that's gay. I've never seen a senior citizen homosexual. Never. Because you're gonna die early. And you don't tell the people the truth. I've never seen someone live to be old and gray in that path. I've never seen it. And this is not to offend or condemn, you know, you know, I'm just speaking from what I see. And I think you ought to tell the truth. Tell the truth when you champion this path. Tell the people what is to be expected. And, I notice also, you know, a lot of times when God is spoken into the equation, a lot of people in this community, they want to denounce God. And God is a part of everything, whether you want to believe it or not. In my opinion, and I do believe it in my beliefs, God is in everything. And, I believe when you're on your back and you have come to the end of your life in that path that you have chosen, that is in contradiction to what his law is, I believe before you close your eyes, you're gonna believe too. Even if you say that there is no God, when you're on your back and you are afflicted with all them sores and your body is hurting and full of aches and all this other stuff, you're gonna say, "Oh God, oh Jesus, help me." Before you close your eyes, I believe it. I may not hear you, they may not hear you, but I believe that you're gonna say it. And some of the people in that community, they're gonna say it. And maybe God will hear them. I don't know. That's between them and God. But, anything, in my opinion, that is in contradiction of God, I can't support it. I can't and I won't. I just won't do it. I will not do it because I'm going to be held accountable for that. God is going to hold me accountable. You may not believe in God, but I do. And I have a responsibility as a believer to uphold the will and word of God. Now, sometimes I fall short. Sometimes I don't obey totally, but I strive to do that. You know, some days I fall off the wagon, but God is a God of second chances. And he gives us second chance. But we should not take that for granted. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, somebody's asking a question. Let me go back up and read this question. Um, Brick Break. Oh, Brick Break got a lot to say. Brick Break is asking rather, did God give my grandfather diabetes for eating all that sweet foods, causing his foot to be chopped off? Well, I would say your grandfather gave it to himself, okay? All right, when God told us all about the foods to eat and the proper way to eat it and gluttony and such, and if he was in disobedience and he caused himself to get the diabetes and he kept on eating the sweets, God didn't do it. He did it to himself. He did it to himself. Okay, God has given us instructions. When we walk outside of the will of God, we can't blame God. Brick Brad. He gave us all choices and free will. So if your grandfather did that, he did it to himself. He can't blame God. It's just like if you're homosexual, Brick Brack, and God has already told you two men should not lie together as you would with a woman. Okay, and you go ahead and disobey God. And you get those AIDS all in your butt. You can't blame God. You did it to yourself. That was your choice. That wasn't God's choice. That wasn't God's choice for your grandfather to eat all those sweets. and get the diabetes and get his foot chopped off. He did it to himself, Brick Brack. Do you understand, Brick Brack? We can't blame God when we make the choices ourselves. Okay? Okay? Especially when He's already told us and given us instruction and we disobey and go our own way outside of the will of God. He's already told us what to do. And we disobey and do our own thing. And then it's not fair to blame God. Okay? It's not fair. It's just like if I tell you, Brick Brack, don't go to that liquor store. Don't do it. When you get off the live, don't go to the liquor store. I wouldn't do that, Brick Brack. You shouldn't do it. But if you go ahead to the liquor store and get all liquored up and run your car right into somebody and kill the whole family in that minivan, you can't blame me, Brick Brack, because I told you, Brick Brack, don't go to the liquor store, okay? And you went anyway, and you drank yourself into a mess and get out there in traffic and slapped right into a family of 5 and killed every last one of them. Brick Brack, that's not my fault. Who's to blame for that? It's yours. You can't blame the liquor store owner or operator, Brick Brack. You did that. Okay? We have to take responsibility. We have to hold ourselves accountable. That is one of the biggest problems that we face. It's so hard to hold ourselves accountable for our actions when we're responsible. Brick Brack, Brick Brack, you're comparing oranges to apples. You're saying all fat people, you blame all fat people for giving themselves diabetes. Brick Brack, not all fat people have diabetes. Newsflash, did you know that? Not all fat people have diabetes. Not all homosexuals have AIDS. Okay? Not all whores have dick on their breast. Okay? Not all babies have shit in their pampers. So it's very unfair that you say all fat people have diabetes. Not every fat person has diabetes. Did you know that, Brick Brack? Brick Brack, you have a lot of understanding to get in your brain. Your brain is still in development, honey. If you think that all fat people have diabetes, you have a lot of understanding yet to get. That's not the case, Brick Brack. Brick Brack, where you at? I need you to talk back to me, Brick Brack. Where you at, Brick Brack? Some of y'all just want to troll. Some of y'all want to troll. And that's the difference between contributing to the conversation and just trolling. Okay? And when you just want to troll just to be a piece of shit, you're not welcome. Okay? Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. If you're not gonna contribute to the conversation, just stay out of it, okay? Justin Rivera, just stay out of it, honey. You just want to troll. That's what you want to do. Okay, where's Brick Brack? Does anybody know where Brick Brack is? Where is Brick Brack? Brick Brack, you say what? Brick Brack says most fat people I see have diabetes. Well, some fat people do. Brick Brack. Some fat people do. So what? What about it? What about it, Brick Brack? What about it? What is it about the fat people and diabetes? What about it? What about it? What about it? What about it, Brick Brack? Okay, Eric S wants my attention. Eric S what says I want to talk to you. Okay, what do you want to say, Eric? Go ahead. I'm listening. What do you want to say? What? Wait a minute. Hold up. Brick Brack says this is the most ludicrous thing I have heard. Okay, Brick Brack says I said most all the fat people I see have diabetes. To me, diabetes is worse than HIV. Are you serious? Excuse me, Brick Brad. I don't know where you came from, but last time I checked, I can live with diabetes, but I can't live with HIV. I'll soon die. Okay, but I can live if I take care of myself and eat well. I can reverse. I can reverse. I can reverse diabetes, but I have never heard of reversing HIV. Brick Rack, are you listening to yourself, honey? Wow. 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 Are you serious? Brick Rack. Brick Rack. If you have a brick house, please go outside right now and bang your head on the bricks over and over and over again. Please, until you get some sense. Please. Brick Brack, please, if you got a brick house or if you got a neighbor that has a brick house, please go outside and bang your head over and over and over until you get that foolishness out of your head. Please. Oh my God. Oh, Brick Brack, you're not serious, are you? Are you serious? Are you serious? You are using the same book that was Eric. I am a believer. And that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. Yes, that's what sustains me. Yes, I can't speak for anybody else, but I believe. And nobody in this chat is going to change my mind. And that's the bottom line. And that's the way that it is. That's it. Y'all funny. Y'all are funny tonight. Oh my God. But anyway, you know, that's just the way that I feel about it. Everybody feels differently about it. But, this is open conversation. Everybody has their own opinion. But I'm just sharing my opinion. And that's the way that I would handle it if my son or daughter was gay. I would help straighten them out. That's what I would do. And that's the way that it would be. No exceptions. I wouldn't tolerate anything less. Um, Gigi is asking how many times are you going to say that? As many times as I want. Would you like for me to say it again? How about I say it again? If my son or my daughter was a homosexual, I would help straighten them out. If my son or my daughter was a homosexual, I would help to straighten them out. If my son or my daughter was homosexual, I would help straighten them out. If my son or my daughter was gay, I would help to straighten them out. If my son or my daughter was gay, I would help straighten them out. If my son or my daughter was homosexual, I would help straighten them out. If my son or my daughter was homosexual, I would help to straighten them out. Would you like to hear me say it a few more times, Gigi? I can say it several more times if you like. A white tiger. White tiger. I see you, white tiger. The white tiger says, get on your knees tonight and don't suck, but repent and ask for forgiveness. Brick Break, you are stuck on diabetes, honey. What is your gripe with diabetes? Do you want it? What is your problem with the diabetes, honey? What is your problem with the diabetes? It's worse things than diabetes, honey, such as a shitty penis. Okay? Such as a full blown AIDS booty. Okay? It's so many worse things than diabetes, such as bad breath, body odor, awful teeth. Okay, I can name several things that's worse than diabetes. So many people, millions of people are living a vibrant life with diabetes. Okay, what is your gripe with diabetes, honey? Okay, you're eating healthy, so you don't have to worry about diabetes. And diabetes is not worrying about you either. Brick Brack, what is the problem, honey? You are so fixated with diabetes. I get it. You don't want it. I don't want AIDS. I don't want HIV. There's a lot of things that we don't want. I get it. So you don't have it. So why are you continuously talking about it? I don't understand, Brick Brack. Can you imagine having to take a shot every day? There's a lot of people take shots every day for different things. And they still live on, Brick Brack. What about it? What about it? A lot of people take a lot of things other than shots every day. Some people lay on the dialysis table every day. You know? What about it? You talk like diabetes is the worst thing on the earth. I can think of several things. that are worse than diabetes. So millions of people still live a vibrant, healthy, fabulous life, even with diabetes. Why are you indicting and bashing diabetes? Why are you trying to diabetes shame people? I don't get it, Brick Brack. Please help me to understand what your gripe about diabetes is. What did diabetes do to you? What did it do to you, Brick Brack? What did diabetes do to you? Help me to understand, Brick Brack. Brick Brack says, people with diabetes sometimes leads to kidney failure, requiring dialysis. So what? Some people this happens to. Some people have sex with uh, people that they shouldn't have sex with, and they get HIV and AIDS, and they have to go to the cemetery. Isn't that worse, Brick Brack? You can live on, by getting dialysis. You can still live a fabulous life. You can get a new kidney. Have you heard of that? People get kidney transplants all the time. I met a guy on the bus just yesterday. He's getting ready to get a new kidney. Did you know that, Brick Brack? That's not a big deal. Even if you get diabetes and you got to get a new kidney, that's not a big deal. There are so many kidneys out there. You can get it transplanted, honey, and go on about your business. But if you get AIDS or HIV, what can you do about it? What can you do about it? You can't get a new booty hole, honey. You can't get a new penis. You can't get a whole new life. You can't. You can't. You can't. Okay? You can't, Brick Brack. I disagree, Brick Brack. Brick Brack says people with diabetes go to the cemetery more than HIV these days. That's a statistical fact. I don't believe that, Brick Brack. I don't believe it. I don't believe it, hon. Eric. Eric says you must can't handle my rebuttal. That's why you keep skipping me. Come on, let's be far in out debate. I'm not gonna debate, Eric. You believe what you believe, I believe what I believe. Some things I don't need to respond to. You believe what you believe. I'm not gonna argue with it. I believe what I believe. You believe what you believe, and that's just the way that it is. I'm not gonna try to convince you, and I don't want you to try to convince me. We can have a conversation, but it's nothing to debate about, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not gonna debate about what's already concrete. You know, there's nothing to debate about. What about HIV? It's nothing to debate about with HIV either. I don't care that they have drugs to stop this and block that and all that. I don't even want to entertain the idea of getting AIDS or HIV. Okay, can we do that part of it? Can we do the necessary work to prevent getting it in the first place? Why can't we do that part? Why can't we just stop right there? Don't even do or participate in the activities leading up to HIV. Okay? Okay? I don't want to entertain none of it. No. No. Why would you even want to play in that fire pit? Why would you even want to entertain that? Why would you want to play with your life like that? But anyway, um, that's just the way that I feel about it, and everybody feels a certain way about it. Everybody has a certain way of feeling about it, and that's the way that I feel about it. Eric, it can go both ways. Women can give men HIV. Men can give women HIV. Men can give other men HIV. Women can give other women HIV. It can go both ways. I mean, that's not a news flash, Eric. We all know how we can get HIV can be contracted. We all know that. We all know that, Eric. So why are you trying to make it like it's a gay? Well, it's predominant in the gay community. So let's not pretend like it's not more rampant over there than elsewhere. Okay? And we are talking, since we're on the topic of homosexuality, that's why. Whew. Somebody is still talking about diabetes. Lord have mercy. What about? I'm not even gonna ask about the diabetes because I guess Brick Brick has diabetes and is having some kind of type of conflict with the diabetes, or maybe somebody close to you has it. I don't know. Ugh. The topic is the topic is not about diabetes, honey. Okay. I see a lot of people just trolling in the chat. So anyway, I guess we have come to the conclusion of the dialogue, and um, I guess I'm gonna end the live stream because a lot of people just want to troll now, just say ignorant stuff, just be saying something, and I guess that's entertaining to some people, but I have no interest in it. Um, okay, thank you all for coming to the live stream. This has been a very interesting conversation. And once again, if I had a gay son or a gay daughter, I would help to straighten them out. And that's what I believe. And everybody believes what they believe. And it's good to have a conversation about this. A lot of our solutions start with a conversation. So, I'm happy to share my thoughts and views on this topic. And I appreciate everybody else's views on this topic and feedback. You all have a great night. And I will see you in the next live stream. Thank you very much. I'll let you girl. Peace.